this stream we're gonna show the new Final Alert 2 version, which is on the screen now. As you can see, it comes with the new toolbar icons, which are more modern. It comes with a new organized how would you say, object list browser, where the inventory is organized by site, and it's got a custom category for animals as well. Also, the vehicles have been organized as well. You also have a civilians category for automobiles and police cars and excavators, making it a lot easier to lay out maps. Same for aircraft, all categorized per side. Structures have more categories now. You got your regular Allied, Soviet, and Yuri. You have the civilian structures, which are all the garrisons in the game. Then you've got the special, which are mission-based structures, such as like the Einstein Laboratory, the Mayan Prism Pyramid, Psychic Beacon, Amplifier, Crypt from Yuri's last mission, Transylvania Fortress, Yuri's Command Center, Yuri's Statue, Time Machine. Then capture buildings like the Bridge Repair Hut, Tech Machine Shop, your airport, tech power plants, oil derricks, and the lighting for light posts, invisible light posts, add special effects to your map. The terrain objects has lost its original ordering, which is a small bug though that still remains in this version. All the other menus are quite the same. The bridges do have a fixed meanings though. Before you would have just low bridge and high bridge in some cases. Now it says high concrete bridge, low concrete bridge, low wooden bridge, high wooden bridge, so it's easier to place bridges. Also, tunnel editing has been enabled, so you can easily create tunnels now. Though it's not certain if they work properly in the game. From what I know, they do have some bugs. The new menus have been organized as well. As you can see, the edit menu is quite short now. Before it used to have a lot of items. Now it only has a few handful. Some of the items have moved over to tools, such as change map, change height, and change map lighting, and the houses editor. And check map has been renamed to debug map, which is now under tools as well, which tells you any problems that there are with the map. The triggers menu contains all the trigger items that you would need. The trigger editor that we're all well used to. Tag editor. And now the layout for all these dialogues have been made more user friendly. They've got more spacing, the buttons use a modern flat theme. Which makes it a lot easier. And a lot of these menus before, they just had this close button. Now they feature a done button, which performs the same function basically as the close button, but makes the UI look a bit more complete. Hopefully this small update for the UI will make it a lot easier to use. And this version of Final Alert has been built on the latest version of Final Alert SB, which is a Sexsums batch, He's a guy who's been reverse engineering some of the functions of Final Alert 2 to expand it with the use of a syringe executable from the Ares project and using a DLL to add additional functionality into the Final Alert 2. So combined with the new UI and the new features in that DLL, this should be the most advanced Final Alert 2 version that you can use at the time being. For existing users, it might take a small few minutes to get used to the new menu layout and of course the layout of the new dialog boxes, but once they get used to it, I'm sure it'll be pretty easy to use this, a lot easier than before. I even improved some of the tips here and removed some of the bad ones. So all of these should be expanded a bit more and new features should be added. And I've also added version for in the about menu, which is the original info menu. Now displays the version of Final Alert 2. The new version is 1.04 Unofficial, and it's based on the latest release at the time of Final Alert 2 SP. And the credits menu has the credits of all the developers of Final Alert 2 SP. And there's also an Easter egg here, a mini game of tic-tac-toe, in case you didn't know. I added new icons instead of the X's and O's. I added the Soviet icon and an Allied icon, just to make it more on par to the team of Red Alert and Command & Conquer. And the AI wins. Though not every time. Also, the new Waypoint Indicator allows the waypoint to be visible on all settings. Framework mode, and on default mode. Which makes it a lot easier to edit maps and locate those waypoints, especially when they're behind buildings and behind trees, like over here. Before you'd barely notice it behind the tree there, but now it's a good bit easier. Also, the desert terrain previously wouldn't allow the player to select the standard trees and only allowed the player to select these worn out trees. But now it's possible to choose every single tree type that's in the game on the desert. So it is possible to actually make quite interesting layouts now. For example, putting down some Christmas trees on the desert. Or as you'd normally want to put palm trees, which weren't previously available. Have you ever seen a desert map with Christmas trees? Or pines? That's all possible. There are many internal features in Final Alert 2 that are new, thanks to Final Alert 2 SP, and all of those can be read in the changelog. They're all included in the README folder. That ends this short introduction to the new Final Alert 2. Hope you check it out and download it. You can find it on the download link on CNCNet forums. In the map making tutorial, you can just Google how to make Final Alert 2 maps, and the first result should be the one for the forum thread, and you can download it from there. Hope you try it out and make some great maps. Thanks for watching.